call your own shots.
We're waiting now. We're waiting for
People to come on.
we're waiting right now for the live audience to file into our this is we're doing our part. We've got one person watching. We're doing our part
They're
for
sne-
surveillance capitalism right
I
now.
think, I think just like we're letting, I like the idea of people sneaking in and catching us while we're at our table, the next table over.
Yeah,
You know, you hear a conversation. What's that all about?
I'll take it.
Yeah.
So, man in red shirt. Would you which that's a lovely red shirt, by the way. Would you introduce yourself to the benefit of the dozens of people who are
Sure.
logging?
I'm Bill Camplin, and as I recall. And I put this shirt on this morning. For some reason, I thought I want to have a little color in my life when it's the holidays or something like that. And I pulled and I found this little piece of paper in there.
Oh God, oh
And
God.
it's from our trip out east where we visited with you, Peter, uh, you and Jen,
Yeah.
and that other, those two yahoos had that wonderful daughter up on the hill somewhere. And it's from the Guggenheim Museum. Kitty and I, when we went to New York City on that trip, I've always wanted to just walk into it. I've seen pictures of it. And so we went to the Guggenheim. So only 3 of the floors were open, but
Right. When
so
was that? That was in 2019. It was July, August?
no, this was January this year.
No.
Yes,
That is true. That's right. When you took the great big road trip.
yeah.
Wow. So things actually did happen in January of 2020.
We got in under the wire, you might say. And
Yeah.
we
Full on.
we had a wonderful trip visiting with you. Uh, Dean Stevens and Tom Pirazzoli were among the musicians, and then old friends I had from here and there, and relatives. So
Oh,
it was just we did that 2 years in a row now, and we won't be doing it this January.
yeah, apparently not. Oh man. So, Bill Camplin, for some reason, I feel compelled to explain. There's no explaining it, but Bill Camplin is the proprietor of the Cafe Carpe. Bill and Kitty have run the
It
Cafe
used to
Carpe
be.
since the 20th century, and David Goodrich, who appears, I'm pretty sure, on the right-hand side of all your screens. Hi, Goody. Hello. He and I have been playing the Carpe. When was the first time you and I went to the Carpe?
Wow.
Right? 2002?
No.
98?
98, something like that. Satchel was. We were like throwing like little rubber balls off the wall outside. you know, Savannah was like really little, and Satch was totally. But Satch probably was like maybe 8,
Wow. Right.
9.
And
I
look
don't
at him
know.
now.
Yeah,
Satch, lean
yeah.
in again. Lean in again. In just 2 years, he's grown a beard and all this hair. He's 11 years old. And oh, well, this is about the caliber of entertainment you're going to expect from us. I suppose we're supposed to play some music. I was thinking about this. Like, I love being able to play something around, but God, I miss playing with people. Like accompanying each other. And so I'm trying to think, is there a way? Because I know that there's a significant lag, right? So there's like a half second or so lag. There's got to be some way. I know.
Just rush like crazy, when you're playing.
Oh no, I got it.
Gonna
Goody,
rush, gonna rush.
I want you to do this. I'm going to play an old folk tune, and I'm going to play it so legato that you can play along.
Oh, great.
This is going to be great. We're going to break the internet here.
Oh, I love legato, and I love gelato as well.
I'm not sure I'm at pitch, Mulvey.
Luckily, I can. Yeah. All right. I'm going to take my headphones off so I can't hear what you're doing, and it won't.
I'm going to take mine off too.
Oh, come all ye fair how you court young men. They're like a star on a summer's morning. They'll first appear and then they're gone. They'll tell to you some far-flung story. They'll tell to you some loving lie, and then they'll go and court another, and for that other one pass you by. If I had known before I courted that love it was such a killing crime, I'd have locked my heart in a box of gold and tied it up. I tied it with a silver twine. I wish I was some little sparrow that I had wings, oh, to fly somewhere. I fly away to my foster lover. He's talking at me. But as I am, I'm no little sparrow, nor have I wings, oh, to fly so high. I'll fly away to some silent valley, weep and pass all my troubles by. Come all ye fair and tender ladies, be careful how you court young men. They're like a star on a summer's morning, first appear and then they're gone. Well, that was, I presume
hear
that
it.
was fun. Oh, man.
That
It
was
probably
good.
didn't sound any different than a late night session at the Carpe when we were all drunk. or
Right,
something.
exactly. Oh, God. I
To
hope
prove
you
how
are.
good that worked, I only, you'd come upon, Goody would have an occasional thing I think you would call a mistake. Miles Davis wouldn't, but you'd have to repeat it a whole bunch
Yeah.
of times to prove that.
Yeah, I made a
That
lot of
was-
mistakes.
That
My
no,
favorite-
but it really lined. It was pretty cool.
I
That
just
open
love-
G string on there, boom.
I just love banishing Bill. That was, like I said, I was like, this, watch this. Hey, Bill,
Bye, Bill.
Bye. Oh, hi, Bill. Oh, this is the worst. Uh, okay. Hi, everybody out there. We care about you, and we're doing this for your benefit.
You snuck into our Sunday morning conversation. Look at it that way, folks.
Oh, God. So, right. Well, Bill, how many are in the pod at the Carp? Is it just the three of you in the building and that's
Yeah.
it?
95% of the time or more. But we do it. We do curbside pickups.
Right.
Kitty fronts that twice a week, and then I cuss in the kitchen on the weekends and do that. And
Right.
so,
But that's straight up. So the whole business has been shut down except for the curbside pickup.
yep.
And I know you guys did one sort of late in the while it was still warm enough. You did one outdoor live stream. Uh,
We were thinking of going outdoor, but it ended up being indoor on our porch because of inclement weather. And
right,
it gave Satch and DJ, who were engineering these projects, gave them a chance to kind of use the porch as a staging ground for the way we're hoping to do things in the back room.
right.
So it turned out
And
really,
tonight,
really well.
good. Right, I know. So Satchel has hooked up all the camera and the audio and all the things that all of us have been forced to do a crash course in. Satchel has apparently willingly taken on more of the crash course, and he sent me texts with the letters ISO and overhead and bandwidth and like there was a lot of technique in there. So
But it's my parents' money.
Well, I'm speaking for Kitty now. She doesn't think of it as our money. So,
right, well, that's because she's a filthy Kenyan socialist. So, well, Bill, can you give us a song straight from I was going to say the heart of the Cafe Carp, where you
No.
are now, but let's call it the bowels of the Cafe Carp.
I'll
Take off your headphones if you want.
Okay,
take my headphones off.
play us something good.
Oh,
Couldn't resist.
Bye, Bill.
Years ago when you and Goody and of course Jeff and Chris and other people, we would sit around late at night after some of these Lamplighter sessions and play. I think back at how we were all more willing at that time, and on my part, willing because I still needed to have compatriots hear what I was doing, and I don't so much anymore. But, it was very encouraging at that time, and an album grew out of that Satch and I went east and recorded with David producing it, and we did a country record based upon David. That would be what I would play late at night, I guess, a lot of times. And Mr. Goodrich remembered that. He said, "Son, we got to record that someday." And
Yeah.
so we did, and that was a wonderful experience going to that barn studio and just hanging out for a couple of days,
Yeah, man.
making jambalaya for you guys, and
Best. That was such a great session, man. That was such a great vibe.
what? Oh man, how do you get these back on?
Satchel!
There. They don't call me sleep for nothing.
Well, that was a great session, Bill. That was super, super fun. Old bones, man. That was...
Yeah, it was the experience of it. I mean,
Yeah.
and it also was a recording that I found that I could listen to,
Yeah.
that I was part of at least for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna. So part of today, what I've been doing is, and I've been rehearsing some songs that I thought if we ever did a country musics too, not that I'm limiting your choices, but I certainly have limited choices on my own, and show you a couple songs I would consider. Someday it'd be fun to work with you.
I can't wait, Bill. That session was just so much fun. Satch was there. I have the recordings of us like rehearsing in my barn before that
Wow.
are also kind of crazy, of us just kind of sitting around playing through the set, which is
You
also
made
a fun
chicken
kind of.
masala for us one night.
Yeah, that
That
was
was
super
wonderful.
fun, man. Yeah, man. My favorite memory of that though was, remember Zach Trajano, the drummer, right?
Oh,
He
I
was,
love him.
yeah,
Oh,
he didn't want to drink or like take any drugs on the session, so he was just going to drink tea. But he was drinking this tea that like was supposed to make you go to sleep. And we would listen back to the tracks. I'd be like, "Wow, Zach, your playing is so laid back." He goes, "Yeah, man, I feel so loose and whatever." Then he found out he was drinking this tea, this valerian root tea that's supposed to make you sleep.
he played drums than anybody else I've ever been able to get in with. At least on that session, I know, and maybe that was part of it. But he had these
Yeah,
beautiful. He didn't use a snare much at all, and he
yeah,
did things. He tapped those drums. He really had his drum heads loosened up. He got
yeah.
all these ringtones out of them.
He was great, man. He's a great singer-songwriter for people who don't know as well, Zach Trajano, but he's a great drummer and great musician. So,
Yeah,
but that was a fun session, Bill. I'd like to do another one.
yeah. Well, we'll see. I'm really at that age now where we cannot. I can't promise anything.
Me neither. All right, give us a song, Bill.
Okay. Somebody tricked me into doing another wedding this year, and I'm reminding anybody tuning in, I don't really do them, but this was a very special request by some special people. And I learned this song for their wedding. It took place in a wonderful little estate in downtown Waukesha. And so I learned this song, and I just fell in love with the whole idea of it. And so here it is. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. Time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. Lonely rivers sigh, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. My love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. Time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me.
Yeah, Bill. That's what I'm talking about.
Ruiner.
Yeah, man.
That was our late night stuff.
Yeah, man. You would sit around and sing those tunes, it would just kill us.
Wow.
Yeah, that's fantastic, Bill.
Well, thank you, Delia and Jim, for in that damn song.
Yeah, yeah, man. Unshaved Melody.
Unshaved Melody. That's
I think that was Anita Suhannon's publishing company.
yes, Unshaved Melody.
Unshaved Melody. Yeah.
That's so- oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Was it Bobby Douglas that sang that with the Righteous Brothers?
The Righteous Brothers. Yeah, man.
And of course, Bill Medley. They had those great duos they did.
Yeah, those are great recordings. Those are crazy, crazy recordings.
I'm so thankful for the fact that there were some great microphones, and and the tape machines were everything was very capable already in the 50s
Well, yeah, man.
of getting really good sound, and the people that took care to use that equipment or were able to afford it left behind some wonderful listenable music.
Right.
Well, absolutely. Imagine like talent.
Yeah, I remember. Goody, you told me this whole. I think you'd read this whole book by the guy that engineered Kind of Blue, and like, or it was an article or something. But he like manufactured his own cables to connect the microphones. Is this
Oh, I don't
ringing a
know.
bell?
No.
That wasn't.
I've read a lot of books, but that's not ringing a bell.
And then I remember this other time. When
Where am I?
We were fishing from the bridge at the. All right, what have you got for us?
I don't know. This is like my Sunday morning kind of wake up, play some songs from Austin, Texas, where it's like a beautiful 55 degrees out right now and sunny,
Oh God.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
So I hope you all are well out there. I'm gonna take these headphones out and figure out something to do.
All right. I'm gonna make Bill go away. My favorite.
Speaking
thing
of kind of, I'm gonna play a song by John Coltrane. Sunday
right.
morning.
All right.
It's called Naima.
Holy smokes! Every time.
Right there.
Was that?
That's a good Sunday morning right there, David.
Right.
Oh yeah, man. He played on Kind of Blue, man. John Coltrane.
Every time I hear you play, I think, what is a dashing young urbanite such as yourself doing in such a rustic setting? That just sums up your playing.
Gene Wilder. That was
Right.
That was Gene. Blazing Saddles. That was
Blazing Saddles.
to Cleavon Little, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Coltrane. You know, it's funny. Like after, like 4 years ago, you know, after the presidential election and all, I found like listening to Train was like one of the only things that could make me feel centered. You know, and even the far out stuff too. You know.
Yeah.
But the beautiful stuff and the inside stuff and the outside stuff, it was just all Coltrane.
Yeah.
He made me feel
Right.
normal.
I feel like I have had a similar thing. Like, I mean, I've always loved poetry, but I've really, really, like, I read poetry every day now for that reason, because I feel like it connects you with this sort of eternal humanity.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, there have been great artists living in horribly repressive regimes, you know, in the middle of plagues. Like, I was just thinking about, what we have on Monday, tomorrow night. You know, the Jupiter and Saturn are going to be like touching each other in the sky, and they haven't been that close since 1632, and that's, you know.
Don't say it.
So
I
Bill
won't
was
say-
born.
Yes, I didn't say it.
Now,
You
thank
know,
you, David.
right, and like, so Shakespeare had just passed away, you know, and like,
Now that I remember.
right, you know, but like, you know, Shakespeare lived through much crazier crap than we are living through now, and he was just doing his work, just making his art, you know. Yeah, I think about all that, and then
That's back when they had plagues, unlike now.
exactly. I don't know why, but I feel like I have just the song for the moment. So I'm gonna serenade you guys.
See you
But
later,
first,
everybody.
I'm gonna turn off Bill. And I'm gonna linger just a moment, and I'm gonna turn off Goody. No one likes us. I don't know why. We may not be perfect, but heaven knows we try. But all around, even our old friends put us down. Let's drop the big one and see what happens. We give them money, but are they grateful? No, they're spiteful and they're hateful. They don't respect us, so let's surprise them. Let's drop the big one and pulverize them. Asia's too crowded and Europe's too old. Africa is far too hot and Canada's too cold. And South America stole our name. Let's drop the big one. There'll be no one left to blame us. We'll save Australia. Don't wanna hurt no kangaroo. We can build an all-American amusement park there. They got surfing too. Boom goes London, boom Paris. More room for you and more room for me. And every city, the whole world round, would just be another American town. Oh, how happy it will be when we set everybody free. You can get a Japanese kimono and it will be Italian shoes for me, and they all hate us anyhow. So let's drop the big one now. Let's just drop the big one. Still waiting for the murder hornets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Ah, Randy.
Too soon? Too soon?
Well, it's kind of, it's kind of scary. We're pretty close.
I know. Oh, God.
He has done such a body of wonderful material. and always the sardonic one in the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I like him for that. 'Cause
You know, didn't Kitty write him a whole letter inviting him to play at the Cafe Carpe?
yeah, she did that for he and John Prine. And they were just, you know, she had to learn like the rest of us that you just don't connect right away with people like that.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm so and so. This idea, you should play at the Carpe.
They should, man.
Do you
Get
remember
Randy Newman in there.
Morgan Christopher did that New Year's thing? We have really a colleague of yours out in California. His name's Morgan Christopher, and he ran this joint called Christopher's Coffee. You know, and they'd have
Monterey,
shows there
yeah.
in Monterey. And one New Year's Eve, they advertised, you know, the New Year's Eve show with Bob Dylan and Joni Mitchell.
No, it was Yoko Ono.
Oh, that was right. It was Bob Dylan and
Well, I always
Yoko
get
Ono.
confused.
Right. And like, you know, people are calling and, you know, potential customers are saying, so how much are tickets? They've got to be a couple $100. Can I get 5 tickets? You know, and he'd have to say, no, that was a joke. We're not really going to have Bob Dylan play our little 60-person coffee shop with Yoko Ono. And then he gets one of his staff says, hey, listen, you probably want to answer the phone. He's like, no, just tell him it's a joke. And they're like, no, it's Bob Dylan's management. you probably want to take this call. And Morgan, what did he say? He had like a great line. He was like,
You just apologize.
yeah, I think that was it. He just said,
Just came
hi,
out, I'm so sorry.
And then the guy at the other end of the line said, well, how big is your joint? And he said, well, you could fit maybe 75 people in here. It's like, all right, well, it might happen someday. Bill,
Joni Mitchell. Wow. What?
you must have. Do you know any Bob Dylan songs?
Yeah, but I'm making Rooney this morning. Those are late night meditative songs.
He's working on his Joni Mitchell cover record.
No, and I haven't done that either. But I bump into her songs because of open tunings. I'm sure Peter
Yeah.
has too.
Yeah, they're right there.
And
I just read her biography this pandemic.
Really? How was it?
Yeah, it's great. You know, she's truly, you know, great artist, and really was no one when she hit. She was from left field. You know, she was
She's
truly
a
this
person.
person, fully formed. Just this whole boom. No one knew what to do with her. You know, and she didn't know what to do with herself later on. You know, in her career. But what a adventuresome, visionary artist.
Did you see that that photograph of her and David Hockney?
No.
So they were at, I was like in an art gallery in Los Angeles, and there was a David Hockney, the painter. There was an exhibit of his paintings, and Joni Mitchell happened to be coming to see it. And so it's the art director at the museum. They ran into each other, and they said hi, and they turned to the camera. They're holding hands, you know, both of them in their 80s, holding hands, and they're both dressed like, you know, unbelievably
To the nine.
colorfully. Yeah, and it's really just Google Joni Mitchell, David Hockney, and it is one of the most heartwarming photographs
I'll do that,
you've
man.
ever seen. Like, just two great, thoughtful artists having this little "oh hi you" moment, kind of like, you know, Bill Camplin and David Goodrich, just, you know, elderly, gray-bearded artists.
Well, you know, Peter, you're like, you know, you have this position that's different than David's with me, in that I've known you longer, and I watched you, and you always treat me like not just an elder, but the oldest damn thing around.
Yeah.
So you're sort of like this youngest of nephews for me, you know, for me. And David is one of these people. At the word, and there's a fellow, John, in David and Billy C. that plays with what's his name?
I know that guy.
It's this thing called, in my mind it goes, you guys are my brothers.
No.
And we have that, I just get that, you know, that vibe, and it's,
Man.
yeah, it's I've managed to get connected with a few people in my later years that way. And I always did. I always had friends. I've had lifelong friends. But then there's this, you meet somebody you're not with that often, but when you see them, you're just back to your little brotherhood, whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, man.
And so, and I look forward to that.
Yeah, Bill.
Nephew.
Nephew.
Yeah, I'm assigning everybody roles in my little picture of life.
Yeah, that's right. I engage in nephewtism. Thank you.
I'm sending one to Corky Siegel. He's a pun master. And am I supposed to play something by that?
Yeah, play us a tune.
But it's just so nice to chat. I can't believe with all the YouTubing so many people have done and the music that is on there and everybody jumping up and down saying, look over here, like the rest of our lives. But I can't believe that this is really nice for somebody to listen into, and it isn't about the music.
Yeah.
You know, we have histories, and all the people tuning in have given up some of their personal histories with people as we have, and here we are zooming together and connecting at least part of it back.
Yeah, man.
Right.
So,
Till next year, we can actually meet in Fort.
no, I might insist on only doing it this way from now on.
Yeah, we'll all be in the room, and then Bill will be upstairs zooming in. We'll put up a little screen. We'll put rabbit ears on it, literally. All right, take it.
Somebody wake up Bill. It's his turn.
You guys know who Albert Lee is, right?
Yeah.
And I won't go into any long story about how he accidentally ended
Yes, you will.
Jason Clegg's dad, who I played with for many years. They had a hole in their calendar, and they were going to be in Milwaukee anyway. So they came out here and played, and we advertised it. And I got to hear Albert Lee, and he had this, really always has good musicians, good backup. The backups have more defined roles, but he has this guy JR on keyboards who's done it all, and they have musical conversations. And then you get to hear Albert Lee take a guitar somewhere that when he was developing that, he and a few other people kind of found a way of making the Strat and country music and whatever. He doesn't even play a Strat anymore. He has personal made guitars. But anyway, he did this song, and it was a song from somebody many years ago that I fell in love with on her first major album with Brian Ahern connecting it. I'll let you guess who it was. And she did a version of this song, and Albert Lee did a version of the song on keyboards here. And it reminded me, and I had the lyrics written, that was always something I intended on learning and doing. And when he left the last time we was here, I said, I know that song, I'm gonna learn it. And here again, just something that we can do on that country album.
Cool.
Just like the sun over the mountain top, you know I'll always come again. You know I love to spend my morning time watching sunlight dancing on your skin. I've never gone so wrong as to tell lies to you. What you've seen is what I've been. There is nothing I can hide from you. You see me better than I am. Out on this road that lies before me now, there are some turns where I will spin. I only hope you can hold me now, till I can gain control again. Just like a lighthouse, you must stand alone and wait the sailor's journey's end. No matter what seas I've been sailing on, I'll always roll this way again. Out on this road that stands before me now, there are some turns where I will spin. I only hope I can gain control again. Oh, oh. Till I can gain control again.
Wow.
Yeah, Bill.
Well,
That's how you do it.
About halfway through, I was going, where the hell am I?
Made my big toe stand up in my boot.
I don't want to see that either.
Yeah, Bill.
All right, whose song is that?
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I think I actually. Oh, he's from England, and he was married, or maybe he's not from England, but I saw him at the Stoughton Opera House a couple of years ago, and then I saw his former wife sang there 2 weeks later. They're both excellent. Was that Roseanne Cash?
Oh,
And her former husband?
Rodney Crowell.
Yes, Rodney Crowell. He wrote that. And he was in, and I'm forgetting her name now, too, in that hot band she had for when she...
Emmylou Harris.
Emmylou Harris. And so that's who I first...
Glad to be of service today, Bill, for you.
Yeah, I do have memories, but I just can't remember them.
Are you sure you're not Yogi Berra in hiding?
Oh man, I wish
I do have memories, but I can't remember them. I can't believe I've never heard anybody say that before.
There's a song there. Somebody out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Take
yeah,
one.
go ahead. Somebody out there in the Netherlands, pick that up.
Oh. All right, Goody. What do you have for us? What happens next?
Wow, holy shit! How do I follow that, man?
I know. Something raucous and noisy.
Okay, let me think about it for a second. All right.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know any raucous, noisy songs.
You don't have to do something raucous and noisy. Do whatever your heart desires.
I
the way-
was stunned. I was like, I have nothing in my mind to play. You gave me my prompt for the last one, and this one, I'm like, shit. I don't know what to do.
Hey, David, I hate to intrude because we're trying to have some kind of a flow here, but the way I was able to do the last two things I just did on this circle, the first time, and you were such a great listener, and you encourage people by actually listening. And one of the songs I did, and it probably was a Dylan song, it might have been, what was one of his songs I did with you late one night, and it just felt so clicked. Like when you rehearse, you get to those points, and I don't often get to them in front of people.
Right.
I do, and I try to, but, and then when you do, well, then the whole little magic act you've been working on your whole life, you get a little piece of that back.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Cool.
I'll shut up now.
All right. I'll figure out something to play. One of the cool things about playing at the Carpe is it's a magical place. We would hang out there, and I wrote a lot of stuff at the Carpe, or going to the Carpe, or thinking about the Carpe when the December shows would come around. And this is a piece that was written en route to the Carpe. And Mulvey and I recorded this on our duo record, and I just recently kind of gone back and started playing this one again. It's called Once We Were Young.
David Goodrich. Wow.
You should
Oh,
play.
yeah.
You should play personally for me every Sunday morning.
He does. You just don't listen.
Yeah.
He's
That's
been
always
playing
my
personally
problem.
for you every Sunday morning for the
Yeah,
past
man.
27 years.
Yeah, well, no, it's back to the Carpe. It's just such a magical place to hang out. Like, I would be like so inspired going there, and so inspired while I was there. My notebooks are like just full of stuff from that period of time. You know, hanging out there. When I look through, it's like, oh yeah, December, boom, all this stuff. You know.
Yep. And
Yeah.
then
Different for those of us that live here.
look at this. So the Cafe Carpe is the kind of place where they will comment, sister, sister, don't you remember the days when we were young, the long, long days with a light and a shade, like the pearls of a necklace strung, like the pearls of a necklace strung? They are gone. With all our yesterdays, may we see their like in...
In vain.
Wow.
And also,
Wow.
I mean, this is pure Carpe. Someone posted this. Where is it?
Let's uck.
Huh?
The story
it's a
behind
family
the song,
show.
Till I Gain Control, written by Rodney Crowell, Crystal Gale, #1, 1983. Like, this is epic. Stuff like this only happens at the Carpe.
Son. Hey, look at
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
What?
And then, here we go.
When you can have when you can have we can have coffee together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Metaphorically now.
Well, here, I have a tune. This is probably the tune that I've played most times in my life of any tune. Like, I remember maybe about 8 or 10 years ago, I went through like a year and a half where I played this tune every day. I would just get up and play it, and it wasn't planned or anything. And so now, you know, it's worth laying that down as a background because I totally don't know how to play this tune.
Is it Louie Louie?
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Oh,
Fives minor.
It's not the pale moon that excites me, that thrills or delights me. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. It isn't your sweet conversation that brings me this sensation. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. When you're in my arms and I feel you so close to me, my wildest dreams come true. I need no soft light to enchant me, not if you only grant me, oh, the right to hold you ever so tight, to feel in the night the nearness of you. I'm sending this out to you, Goody, in Austin, and Bill in Fort Atkinson. There's something like 2,500 miles between us all. But if I were near you, I would snuggle you. so close to me. All of my wildest dreams come true. And I need no soft light. I don't need them to enchant me. Not if you will only grant me the right to hold you ever so tight and to feel in the night the nearness of you. There's a schmaltzy old jazz standard for you guys.
Oh, beautiful. Hey, check this out.
What?
David Gerard Goodrich is an anagram for archived river, add dog. Only at the Carpe.
And look,
That's probably something Peter does in his spare time. Oh, sure.
William Camplin.
Oh, win
We
clam.
got to work on that.
Yeah.
We got to work on that. Yeah.
This is the best.
I had a question for the both of you.
Yeah, what's that?
What's your question?
You've both done, now I can remember their names. I'm getting old. But you both transcribed the last song you did, Peter, and the one you did before from Coltrane.
Yeah.
And how'd you guys transcribe them to your guitars? By what method?
Huh.
Well, the Coltrane one started out. I just learned it off the record, learned those chords, and then there's a book called The Real Book that has the changes in it and stuff that a lot like a jazz musicians go through, and it's in Coltrane played it in a key a half step up, but it sounds better on guitar to play it with the drop D, so I just put it in that key, and that's playing songs in different keys, you learn a lot.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing to do. Just do it. What
Kind of
feels good to you.
you learned it by ear, but then got the book, and which often confirms what you'd already learned with your ear to the most degree, right?
Or sometimes those they're wrong. They're not accurate. So if you listen and you're playing along with it, you discover things in it that aren't that the paper can't give you. Especially
Right.
with that kind of music. It's not. You can't really notate it exactly. I mean, you can, but it's not like. It's not played on the page. It's happening in the air. So it's.
And you're playing a different instrument, which is a completely different
Yeah.
whole background. Background.
Yeah.
Okay, Peter,
And
give me
it's-
an explanation now that I'm interviewing you two guys. I like doing it.
Yeah. Well, for me, like my entree into playing sort of more jazz standard tunes was Goody in 1993 or '94. Taught me the chords to Moonglow.
That was the
It
first
had
one
to
we
be
did.
Moonglow, and then it's a simple thing to point out to even someone with a fairly rudimentary understanding of harmony and musical notation. It's pretty easy to see that that thing, the way that there are notes that thread through chords, and then the other thing, for me, I was often running and I learned all kinds of jazz standards, and one of the things for me is that I try to like clear the decks and keep it simple, so most of my jazz chords are built out of like 2 notes or even 3 notes or even just 2 notes, because you're going to be singing the melody, and the melody, these songs are so beautifully written that the melody really implies what the chords are going to be anyway. So you can just go, say it's only a paper moon hanging over a cardboard sea. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed. And you're doing almost nothing with the guitar, but then you let the structure of the song. This is weird. I guess maybe the best way to say this is that I am tasteful by default. Like I don't have enough skill
see that one.
to get enough notes in there to be bad at this yet. Oh God.
In spaces like our space here, and when you have a space like that, doing a song that way just renews the song in the space. It's like reconstitutes it in a way that is appropriate to the space you're doing it in.
Yeah, yeah, yes. I think about that all the time. Like,
Yes.
well, I mean, I think about both when you hear music in a room that was designed for that music. You know, rock and roll was designed to be played in bars. Jazz was designed to be played in a club. Symphonic music in a concert hall. African drumming is designed to be played outdoors.
Everywhere.
Right. And and then once in a while you have this like at the Carpe you had that classical cellist. Why?
Matt
Matt
Hyman.
Heimowitz.
Yes.
Man.
Right?
And he played here I rented a piano for one of the times. He played here with a fellow named Sean Michel who taught with him in Montreal. And
Yeah. And McGill. He used to teach at UMass for a little while before he
Yeah?
went to McGill. Yeah.
what a wonderful experience. What a wonderful experience to have. They lived with us for a couple days.
Right.
And he and his wife Luna were here.
Yeah.
And they took such an affection to Jeb, our dog, because they had to leave a dog behind. And Matt was rehearsing all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. He's working on stuff, and when you do 2 sets, he'd go upstairs and he would just work on just making sure he was where he needed to be, either physically or the song in particular. But it was something to experience when master musicians hang out with you.
Right. That's really why Bill has hired Goody all these years.
Well, we had, our first Lamplighters, I think set the stage for them in a way that we can't always do. But we would have 3 people essentially sharing the guitars, and Goody was this sideman extraordinaire who would play on everything he wanted to or felt that he should or whatever. Always picked his spots well. And then at the end of a set, we'd give him, I'm in the phone booth, baby, or some such song. And away we'd go. And those are really nice. And one of the, I know I talked to Peter about this. Say, boy, 3 people is really a good number because they warm you up and you don't cool off.
Yeah.
Move the guitar around.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
And then it reminded me of Michael Smith, who passed away this year.
Yeah, he died in like April or May, right?
Yeah, and he was such a there again, a master storyteller and songwriter.
Yeah.
And I never got to know him very well because he didn't want to be known that well, and that was fine. That was, Kitty and I think if we had to attach the word proud to anything, might just take some of it in the fact that we like leaving musicians that come here alone, if that's what they choose.
Right.
We don't have to interact with them.
Right.
Greg Brown can come in 2 minutes before playtime and walk out immediately afterwards. Fine. And then there's people that stay overnight. Oh, you guys.
Yeah, exactly. And those standoffish, curmudgeons like, well, I'm not going to say his name, but it rhymes with Jeffrey Foucault. So,
I have a vintage port that has, it's over 25 years old now. If the 3 of us can ever get together here, and whoever else happens to be staying over,
all right,
thing.
we're diving in.
I'll start drinking again just to do that, Bill.
I hardly drink at all.
I don't drink anymore.
Yeah,
I don't
drink
drink
any
any
less.
less.
I actually drink less, but I enjoy it very much. I like a cocktail. So, our owner, what are you gonna do?
Hey, we got a couple of songs left, so make them count, boys. Bill, you're the setup man, and Goody, you're the closer.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't want to close. I feel like I'd be like Fernando Rodney or something. I'll blow it.
Okay.
See, now you're
want-
acting like this is important.
This is important. All right. What do you got for us, Bill?
I'm going to send one out. My daughter hasn't been able to come home all year and all of this. And this is a song she said at one time, I really like that song. So I'm going to just do this one. And she might be tuning in today. And
Is it that tune by Wham? That Christmas song by George? Last
No.
Christmas?
I didn't hear that one. Trouble in mind, I'm blue, but I won't be blue always. The sun's gonna shine at my back door someday. I'm gonna lay my head on some lonesome railroad line and let the 219 pacify my mind. I got trouble in mind, I'm blue, but I won't be blue always. Oh, the sun's gonna shine in my back door someday. I'm going down to the river, gonna take my gunny sack. There's 5 going down, 4 coming back. I got trouble in mind, I'm blue, but I won't be blue always. The sun's gonna shine in my back door someday. I'm going down to the river, gonna take my rocking chair, and if the blues don't kill me, I'll just rock away from there. I got trouble in my, I'm so blue, but I won't be blue always. The sun's gonna shine in my back door. The sun's gonna shine in my back door. The sun's gonna shine in my back door someday. Yeah, Savannah.
William Beauregard Camplin the 15th, as we like to call him. That was beautiful. I love that tune too. Savannah and I share that in common. We love that tune, especially when Bill does it.
Well, she was nice enough to say that.
Well, this has really been beautiful. Tonight we have the last of these 5 shows. It'll be myself and Sista Strings and Paul Seabar. And that happens at 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern, and so we'll see you there. Thank you, everyone. These shows have been really well attended for internet song swaps, so I'm pleased about that. And next year, hopefully, we actually get to do this stuff in person. What do you got for us, Mr. David Goodrich?
Jeremy says, "I better, whatever it is, it better be good." All right, I'm gonna play. Wow, there were so many things that I was thinking of playing, but I'm gonna play something real simple and quick. This is an old folk song from the 19th century. I hope you like it. It's called "Rally Round the Flag."
Wonderful.
Oh, that was fun. Goody, you couldn't hear it or see, but Goody, you couldn't hear or see, but I jumped in and just started playing with you.
Oh, great!
we can go back and watch it. I think it'll be archived, and we'll be able to. I am fascinated to hear because we began that way too, and we end that way. Like, what does it sound
Key
like?
of E, yeah, bookend.
Like
I heard that. I had my eyes closed. I thought Goody came out with a 6th finger.
yeah. Oh,
My hound dog Taylor hand.
hello, you killed my father. Prepare to die.
All right, everybody. Well, that was super
cute.
fun. Great to
Thank
see you, Mulvey and Bill, and
Great to
have all
see
the Carpe
you.
people there.
Ah, don't forget, Facebook is evil. So, so once we're done here, just close the machines and go outside.
I'm going to go bake Christmas cookies.
Oh, are you going to decorate them in your own
Yeah,
special
I
way?
got to have a couple dozen ready for the sisters tonight. I want to
Oh
send
my God. That's right. Sister Strings are actually physically coming into the space with you. This will be
Yes,
the
yeah.
one in-person thing. You guys be safe. Be safe.
They will be.
Satch sent me some tests from the room, and it looks amazing. Like it's gonna the way it looks down there. So really, I'm looking forward to tuning in on that.
Yeah,
You know,
it'd be fun.
engineering and neuroses go together.
All right, let's do the wave at the end of the Zoom thing. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Hi, everybody.
Bye.